Well, little lady, let me elucidate here. Everybody wants to be a cat, because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at.
Tell me, everybody's picking up on that feline beat, 'cause everything else is obsolete.
Strictly high button shoes.
A square with a horn makes you wish you weren't born.
Every time he plays.
But with the square in the act, you can set music back
To the caveman days.
I've heard some corny birds who tried to sing.
Still, a cat's the only cat who knows how to swing.
Wants no dick, long-head kick, stuff like that.
When everybody wants to be a cat.
I need some pho. ASAP. If I don't get some pho, I'm a tweak.
Tinky
With the square in the act, you can set music back to the caveman days.
Oh, a rinky tinky tinky.
Everybody thinks a swinging cat.
Oh boy, fellas, let's rock the joint. Ha-ha, groove it, cats.
Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs within the vehicle as well. Now just remember that these are the homes of these animals. We are just visiting, so please don't call out to or make any noises at these animals. Let's just
Groovy, mama, groovy.
Blow it, small fry, blow it.
Those are all pink-backed pelicans. Now they get that name from the coloration that shows up on their skin, mostly during their mating season. They have a pretty big wingspan as well, at a length of about 7 to 9 feet. So if you look up above your heads there, that's about the width of that canopy on the truck. Actually crush the bones of their prey. They'll get about 16 to 20 feet in length. That's about as long as a giraffe is tall. Now if you see a couple of them there hanging out with their mouths open, that's actually just them regulating their body temperatures. Now, in just a few moments, we're going to head on out towards the savannah. Now, the savannah is home to some of Africa's most popular species, like tree trunks there. To help conserve that water, they're actually going to remain leafless for around 9 months out of the year. Now, we're going to assume that they are scavengers, but that's actually untrue. They'll hunt for a majority of their own food. So we'll pause here for just a second and take some pictures.
Congregating on the fence beneath the alley's only light.
Where every note is on.
Smaller giraffes, baby giraffes. Now giraffes, when they're born, the first thing they experience is
Everybody wants to be.
air up into their lungs, starts their heart for them, gets them going, gets them moving pretty quickly. A little bit more about that word prehensile, because giraffes do have a prehensile tongue. Now the coloration of that.
This is a sketchy ass bridge. Sketchy ass.
Now they're also known as the Watusi cattle after the people that domesticated them. And we're gonna get a very in the Watusi tribe. The more cattle you got, the richer you seem to all your friends. Gonna be one on the left-hand side for my friends on the left as well. So we're just gonna roll slowly on by our friend here. Don't want to freak him out too much. Now we're gonna swing on around here, go take a look at some greater flamingo. Hatched gray. So if you see all those little gray puff balls there to our left-hand side, those are all recently hatched baby flamingos. Now, over their lifetimes, they eat lots of brine shrimp, which is high in a protein called beta-carotene. That's what ends up turning them that pink coloration that we all know. But a whole group of them like that, that's going to going to be called a flamboyant. And a good look at those elephants onto our left-hand side as well as we roll on by, but we're not going to stop here. You might be able to catch another good glimpse through the trees here on our left-hand side as we roll on through those elephants, but we're going to continue on over because I see quite a few rhinos over here to our left-hand. Reference their mouths. They have a very square mouth, you can tell once we get around to the front. Now, if you see those laying on down in that mud pit there, they're actually taking what's called a mud bath. So what they do is they plop themselves on down, they roll all around in that mud, get their bodies entirely covered. That's going to help to keep them cool, acts as a natural sunscreen for them, and acts as a natural insect repellent for them. So if you notice any different colorations on their skin there, it's usually just all that dried up mud. Now we'll swing on around here, and once we get on down, we'll get a good view of the front side of them. Now, a group of rhinos is actually called a crash, which is pretty fitting because they can actually only see 10 feet in front of them. But what they lack in eyesight, they definitely make up for with some super sharp hearing. So we'll pause here for just a second and let you get that speed for about a few hundred yards. I wouldn't test it, though. Now, they are one of the only big cats that will hunt during the daytime. They do have a black coloration underneath their eyes, acts as a natural sun reflector for them. Sort of the same way an Adler put black underneath their eyes. Going to be another couple laying on down out to our left-hand side up along the ridge there. Now they also have those big heavy tails. It's going to help to steer themselves to keep their balance while they're running at those high rates of speed.
They don't want to get too close, I guess.
The oily substance off of their coats helps them to find each other as well as waterproof them a bit. So they really do love. Now, also while we're over here, I'll point out these eggs that are on the ground to our right-hand side. Those are some ostrich stand on them, and they still wouldn't crack. Good both nutritionally and economically for the community. Nutritionally, of course, because you can drink that milk, use it for other foods. Economically, because you can then turn on around and sell all of that to the community. So that's just one good example of how animals and humans can work together, live harmoniously, as long as it's done right.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I want to be a man cub, and stroll right into town, and be just like the other men. I'm tired of walking around, oh, ooby-doo. I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you. You see it's true, and ape like me can learn to be human too. What?